Welcome to our Mentorship Monday, and today we'll be talking about the difference between a manager and a leader, going beyond management. And this topic is close to my heart because when I first understood the difference between managers and leaders, I hated to admit it, but I realized I was just a manager, not a leader, at the beginning of my managerial journey. The key distinction: managers work with processes, leaders work with people. Leaders know they're in the people business. Their business starts with people, in the middle is people, and it ends with people. So leaders understand that very, very well. One major difference that we all know is that leaders see more than others see. They see further, they see before, right? If you're always in an operational mode with no big picture thinking, with no time for strategic thinking, without time to envision this world that is invisible, but you're yet going to be able to excite people around this invisible world that you're going to bring to the physical world, then there is really a problem. There's a problem. You're simply managing processes, you're managing procedures, you're managing costs, you're managing all these things, yes, to bring to fruition what you're supposed to be doing, but you're not leading. So leaders are able to see before. We all know that, right? But in my opinion, the biggest difference is this: leaders push boundaries. For me, that is the biggest differentiator. They challenge the status quo and create change for better. From childhood, we are trained to follow rules: stand in the line, do your homework, raise your hand if you want to ask a question. Rules create order. I'm not refuting that. And managers rely on them to keep processes on track. In fact, self management is about following the rules you set for yourself. But leadership requires thinking beyond the rules. Leaders constantly seek a better way. They drive improvements, innovations and progress. They ask, why do we do it this way? And say, let us try something new. They change the course of things for better. If you've been hired as a CEO or as a manager and you come trying to keep the status quo, to keep things as they have been, then really you will be managing, not leading. You're supposed to question things. You're supposed to push boundaries. You're supposed to change the course of things for the better. And not just for your own satisfaction, no, but to add value to the organization and to all those that you lead. So, this is what I've observed, that leadership is more than management. True. That is very true. It is more people than projects. It's more vision than procedures, right? It is more risk than cautious. If you're a leader who never takes any decision, who is always, being careful, you can't do this, you can't ask that, you can't take this, you can't take a stand, nobody knows your position on anything, then you're probably just in a management mode, not in a leadership role. And it's again more of who you are than what you do. So just to emphasize that what I have learned is that the difference between a manager and a leader is that, in my opinion, like I said, you push boundaries, you change things, you change the course of things for the better, you change procedures, you change the rules. Why would you follow the rules that were designed, 50 years ago, that are no longer applicable today, but somehow you're still following them because they are rules? No. Leaders question things, they change things. So I just would like to encourage you to go out there and change the course of things. Push boundaries as a leader. Do not just manage things, but go out there and lead. I hope you picked an idea or two, and I hope that you're already aware of the free webinar that I'm hosting on the 18th of February. The link is below for you to actually register. I look forward to connecting with you. We will be covering a 5-step guide for managers and CEOs to increase their influence and build high-performing, self-driven teams. The question that plagued me for the most part at the beginning of my managerial journey, it was I constantly asked myself, how do I build the team that is self-driven, that team that doesn't make me feel like a highly pressed babysitter, following their every move, putting out fires? How do you do that? And I wish somebody had just, handed me some sort of guide or roadmap to actually build that. So right now, I'm so excited that we get to do this. Thank you. Bye bye.